All right. Good morning. Good morning. Just getting the Facebook up and running. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? If you're here, drop a comment, say hello. Good morning. Good morning. I slept a lot last night, and my version of getting dressed for this was putting on earrings. So, good morning. I hope you're having a good day. So this week, it's my birthday week. My birthday's on Saturday. I'm an Aries, and I'm going to Mexico. I'm really excited with a few friends. And so I'm excited to get away, excited to take a little break, get some sunshine, that sort of thing. And the theme that I want to offer for today, for our Monday awareness upgrade, is, you've probably heard the phrase before, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. And so what this means is that whatever kind of underlying problems you have, they're going to follow you wherever you are. So it might seem like, oh, I want to run away, I want to go somewhere else, like, F this, like, kind of thing, which I'm sure we've all felt like that in certain situations at certain times. And it might be that you go away for a few days or even for a few weeks and you feel like, oh, this is so much better. Like, this is great. Like, what was I thinking before? But eventually, whatever the underlying themes are, whatever your struggles are, whatever your patterns are, will emerge wherever you are. Okay, so that's why we get to continue to create awareness, to work with whatever our blocks are, with whatever our limitations are, and just be where we are. Okay, so in yoga philosophy, the soul is the ultimate version of who you are, and that's comprised of Sat, Chit, and Nanda. So I am eternal, I am wise, and I am full of bliss. And so that's the nature that exists everywhere, and the material world, all of the physical stuff that's constantly changing, is just appearing and moving and changing and has various manifestations in various places, depending on where we are. But the internal world is still going to be the same. So we're going to bring the stuff with us. However, I do want to mention the idea of perspective. So sometimes changing our location or changing our situation changing our location and our situation, if things weren't working, is great. But sometimes it's just in service of creating some more perspective, okay? So if I'm sitting at this table, doing my work, doing my stuff, having conversations with friends and family every single day, then I have, not exactly the same perspective because different things are happening to me, but as far as my location on the earth and the material things that are around me, it's the same perspective every single day. So if I give myself the opportunity to go to Mexico for a few days, or to go visit a friend, or to just do something to kind of mix it up, it gives me the opportunity to experience my internal world, which is always going to be the same, but I'm experiencing it from a slightly different vantage point. And that can lead to movement, that could lead to learning, that could lead to more awareness, and therefore more growth and expansion. So I encourage you to change your perspective, to something I did recently to change my perspective, because I was feeling blocked as far as writing, as far as creating content, and I'm still kind of there, but I went to a coffee shop and wrote for a little bit instead of sitting here or sitting wherever in my studio with my cats, with all my distractions in my home. I just kind of got out of my own way in a physical sense and went somewhere else to try to sit and write. So changing location to shake things up, to create a new perspective, new awareness, and just challenge myself. So I would love to hear if anyone's here. It looks like nobody's actually here live right now, and that's okay. But I think if you're tuning in later, if you're watching this, I would love to hear a way that you have changed your perspective recently. You've kind of mixed things up, or something that you feel stuck in, and perhaps haven't changed your perspective. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So I like to think of the soul, or the essence, the internal nature of who we are, as kind of like a star, a ball of light and it is emanating this light in infinite directions, right? Every single direction, there's infinite ways that the light is given off. And as we sort of circumnavigate, as we go around that ball of light, we see it from different perspectives. So there's infinite ways that we can experience ourselves. And that's what creating perspective and mixing things up, changing things up will give us the opportunity to do. It's we're seeing the same ball of light of ourselves, but from a particular vantage point, we see, oh, okay, I understand like now what's been blocking me from doing this. I understand why I'm so afraid of this. I understand why I'm so resistant to this thing or this person. And I can maybe do some work to uncover that. Okay, so we're always this ball of beautiful, expansive light with our various limitations, with our various blocks that we work with in a physical sense in the physical world. But changing our location and changing can give the opportunity to change perspective. So yes, wherever you go, there you are. And also you get to create a slightly different vantage point on there you are. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just going to sit and breathe for a minute or so before I sign off. And if you have any reflections, I would love to hear. So letting the shoulders drop away from the ears. Letting the face soften. And noticing your own perspective, your current vantage point on the world around you and also on your internal world, what you believe about yourself and others. And what can you do to kind of mix things up? Maybe going to a new event, interacting with a new social group, reaching out to a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, maybe going to work in a different location if you are able to work remotely. Just exploring something new. Not to think that you're going to escape your situation or who you are, but just to gain a new perspective. On the internal world that will follow you around, that will come with you. Let's bring the hands to the heart, honoring that bright, luminous star that we can witness in infinite ways. Let's close together with a deep breath. Exhale all the air. Inhale. Gently bowing your head to your heart, honoring that inner light. And thank you for joining me. And I forgot to mention, I forgot to reflect on last week. Actually, last week I talked about being alone. So I'd love to hear, a couple people wrote in the comments, but if you have any ideas, anything that came up from that talk from last week, I'd love to hear your reflections. Feel free to reach out and have a great week.